my name's Ginger. Welcome to my little corner where there is no wrong way to play with paper. I hope you're having a good day. I love these videos. This is a chit chat and cluster video where we take our leftovers or our scraps and we just hang out. And I just gab at myself. That's kind of sad, but I just talk to myself because in my head I'm talking to all of you. And we create clusters. Now there's lots of different ways to do it. There's not a wrong way. So do it your way. It's okay. I just hope that my way inspires you to not just throw away those leftovers from a collection or get rid of those scraps. Make some flowers out of them. Make some clusters. I think sometimes doing clusters is a little bit easier. When I go to scrap, it makes it faster. And sometimes I just want to play with ephemera. I don't want to make a whole layout. So I hope it inspires you. Today, I'm going to kind of be doing a cluster pack. You're going to see. I've actually already filmed it and I'm doing it backwards, right? Because I got to I got to look like a human. Y'all don't want to see me without all this all the time. So I am going to play with some 49 and Market leftovers that my scrappy friend gifted me. And we're going to have a lot of fun. Don't be afraid to try it. The #1 comment that I'm like, oh, it just breaks my heart, is when you guys say, I'm not good at clusters. Yes, you are. Just try it. Cluster is layers. That's all it is. And what's the worst that's going to happen? You don't use it. I will tell you there's clusters I have made that I don't like, but I will jazz them up later, come back to them another time, maybe make a card out of them. Lots of different things. Like I said, today we're going to focus on kind of like making a cluster pack kind of thing, but you guys have seen me. I've made 3 totally different, because the goal is in these videos for me to make 3 to 5. We made more than 3 today. I did good. I was pretty impressed. Took me over an hour. So grab some popcorn, grab a drink, hang out with me. And I would love it if you are new to this, like and subscribe. We would love to have you in our corner. Come and join the Facebook group. All of that is in the description. Let's start. All right, let's get started. We're going to use some 49 and Market today. My crafty friend recently gifted me a bunch of stuff. And one of the things in there was some 49 and Market goodies. And I already have this line. This is, I believe it's called Country Fields. I could be wrong about the name. But I wanted to play and maybe try to make some clusters. I've used most of the line, but I still have some of it. So my goal in every video is always to make 3 to 5. So what I'm thinking I want to do is I want to make at least 3 clusters, like a small, medium, and large kind of thing, and then maybe a journal block that'll match, and then I'll have like a little cluster pack to play with. So we're just going to take these goodies here, maybe, if I can get them open. I have to be smarter than the goodies. And let's play. So I love the fins, And you know me and my chicken layouts. I've always got chickens going on somewhere. I've got some florals. Let's see what else. I've got some tickets. I'm kind of going to separate these florals to bases. That's where my brain is going. Now I do have some bumblebee stuff here that I already kind of separated. So I think because this has a bee on it, maybe we'll even tear this apart. I don't know. We'll see where that goes. Making clusters is just that. You're just making clusters. It's nothing complicated at all. It's very easy to do. You just got to do some trial and error. And as long as you're willing to do that, it'll come together. Like, don't fret, don't stress. It will totally all work out, I promise. You got to trust me on this, okay? Some more bases. 49 and Market, isn't it beautiful? Like, it's just beautiful stuff. Truly, truly is. Oh, look, here's some chicken wire. Love it. Love it. We've got eggs. I definitely want to do something with the eggs. Maybe we'll make 3 clusters using these. I know they're all the same, but they're all different colors, right? So maybe we'll use those as our bases even. I mean, I even have a red one. Let's see. Just like that. I've got a watering can. So let me do this. Let me sort all this real quick because I can't. That's a Ginger problem. 100% a ginger problem. You probably don't have this problem, but I do. I have to have, when I go to create, maybe I'll keep talking because we're just hanging out, right? We belong here. That is definitely a title option. When I go to create even clusters, now this is for, I don't know what kind, is this A-type personality? I don't know. This is a crazy personality is what it is. I like to have like things together. Like these are odds and ends. This will all be flowers. You guys notice I just automatically start doing it because I know it works best for me. That doesn't mean this is all my bee things. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way. It just means that's what works for my brain when I go to do it. These are all little bases right over here. Now I did pull my camera down more so that maybe you could see better. So yeah, this to me is an odd piece, so it would go there. These are what I know I want to start with, so I am going to leave those, but normally they would go here with all of the tickets. And I'm just going to sit here and create piles. These are sentiments, because then it just kind of is easier. I can kind of almost, for a lack of a better way to explain it, oh, fresh eggs might do that one. Be like, okay, so to create, I'm gonna grab a base. In this case, I'm gonna use these, right? I'm gonna grab some flowers. I'm gonna grab an odd element and or maybe, because here's another bow, so maybe we'll do all bows, a sentiment, and that is my goal to have in each cluster, and some will be bigger than others and so forth and so on. So that's kind of how I like to do it when I do it. I find it easier to craft that way. Here's some frames, so we'll make a different pile. This is butterflies, right? So I don't know, does that work for you? Like when you do that? It does for me personally. It just does. And 49 and Market die cuts are amazing. Like just touching them is fun. If you know, you just know. If you can't afford a collection, I'm right there with you, all right? If it's out of your budget right now, but there is a collection that you really want, whether it's this one or another brand. Maybe it's Cartabella, maybe it's Pink Fresh, whatever it may be, and you can't afford the whole collection. If it's 49 and Market, buy the die cuts, buy them, because you will use them and you will definitely be inspired by them, and you can pull in other things from your, we're going with the chicken motif, so I'm gonna put that there. You can pull other things from your stash, right? Like this one, I would grab some red paper, some yellow and some green and black maybe, and I would just go from there and create my own kit with the embellishment pack as the base of what I'm starting with, right? So just buy that. Spend the $14, or it's been a while since I bought any laser cuts, but spend the money on just one of the elements, and then build off of the things that you already have in your stash. Maybe you have leftover 49 and Market from somewhere else. Maybe, you know, you have some just cardstock that you want to use up, or there's all kinds of ways to do it, and none of them are wrong, right? You know what's wrong? Not using your paper, not using your supplies, and not enjoying the process. Whatever process works best for you is right. Like, I'm sorry, but it is. It's right. I guess I'm not really sorry because I'm really not. All right, so there's butterflies, flowers, some more butterflies. So I'm going to finish this little bit up. I am going to kind of go through, I have a whole stack, but I have a feeling there's probably butterflies or bees stuck in there of florals. Come back and I'll have these piles and we will put some embellishments together. All right, so now I have my different piles. I have floral over here. I have my bases that I know I want to do here. Possible chicken things, they're just chicken, and this one does have a chicken too, so really I should have it here. These are odds and end pieces that I can use to build on. I think we might even have a title option, which I really wasn't planning on doing, but maybe one of the clusters can have that. I have little tabs and stuff right over here. These are also tabs that were already baggied. Then I have lots of sentiments. I know you can't see them because, like I said, I brought my camera down. This is all bees. I think we'll save that for another day. I've got some frames. You get the idea, right? So let's start with one of these bases, all right? And we're just gonna go from there. Don't even have a rhyme or a reason. I just want to play. That's what I do now. So I'm thinking, I love this so much. I want to maybe have some chicken wire and sticking out, okay? And we could go just like so, like that. Then what I'm thinking I will do is take some greenery, because I don't know about anybody else's chickens, but my hens, they're crazy for greenery. Like, it just makes their little hearts happy. They get so excited. They about, I don't know, lay another egg on themselves. I don't know if that's how I say that or not, but you know. And I have a lot of greenery, which that's okay. I mean, it is okay. It's not a bad thing. Kind of liking that. Is this kind of a big cluster already? Yeah, it kind of is, but I don't care. I want to have fun with it. And would I probably even use this otherwise? Probably not. Let's be 100% honest with ourselves here. It would have just got stuck somewhere and we would have left it and been like, well, I have some 49 and market stuff, but I kind of want to save it. No, we're done saving things. We're done. 100% we're done. Okay. All right. So I do kind of like that. And while this is not anything other than just going to be a cluster, a space filler, I think I'm going to start gluing together. So I am going to kind of bring it in. Now, clusters is just that, right? It's a cluster. So right now I have it kind of spread out. It's kind of like a template. When I go to put it together, like I'm about to do right now, I'm going to take my glue, okay? And cluster making, it is trial and error, but it's also just taking a leap of faith sometimes. And that's what we're going to do right now. I've made lots and lots of cluster videos. I would love it if you are interested in that. You would go check them out and give me your opinion. Tell me how you would do it differently. It doesn't hurt my feelings, y'all. If you know nothing about me, you know I do not take it personally when somebody has a different view on things than me. In fact, it encourages me because I know that there's different ways to do it and they're all okay. You know what I want to do? I gotta take this off because I want to ink these. Yeah, I do. So remember, inking is our easiest, most cost-effective way to give things embellishments. Now you saw it without the ink, right? Watch what this is going to do, okay? It's going to give it dimension. And when you're making clusters, I will tell you this. When you're making clusters, taking the time to do this step, when layers are on layers, instead of just looking like they are layered, right? Just pieces of paper laying on top of each other, it will give it like a 3D dimensional look that you cannot get without inking. And that's why I'm going to take the time to do this right now, because I want it to have that look. I want it to look like it is like one further back than the other. So let's do that. We're going to glue it again. I already see where my glue was going to be, so we'll just put a little more on there. Yeah, that's the ticket. And I'm going to go just like that. Look at the difference in that already. I like it even more now, okay? And I don't know if I'm going to need this yet or not, so I'm not going to cut it off. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to sit here and ink them and give them a little bit of life. It's really what we're doing. Okay, even on this little white flower, don't be afraid, it's paper. It'll bend back. It's okay to bend it and do what you need to do, okay? And then look at the difference. I mean, hopefully you remember what it looked like before. Doesn't that look more like layers instead of it just stuck on another piece of paper? And yeah, I'm covering up some of the leaves I inked, but I didn't know where it was going to lay. So I'm going to ink it all. And that way the little bits like this little corner here that stick out, they'll look like they are further away. Just saying. Just my 2 cents. Now, maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe you don't see that. That's okay. That's all right. Tell me what you do see. There might be a better way to describe it than the way I'm choosing to. Okay. Now this one here, I definitely want, see how I'm trying to decide here. I want it to go like that. So we're going to, again, we're just going to ink it. I hope everyone is having a great summer. Now this is not going to air until in July. It is June 9th when I am filming this. And we just got back from Texas. Well, I live in Texas, duh. But Dallas. Look, Texas is so big it felt like its own state. So we just got back from Dallas. We took Jill to a Stray Kids concert. If you know or you have a teenage girl, it's like 80% chance you know what Stray Kids is and you know what K-pop is. My poor husband. That's all I have to say. So I am a very overprotective hover mom. I'll be the first one to say that that is a true statement about me. And so while she got to go to a concert, she didn't get to go without her dad because that wasn't an option for mom. And so he went because, you know, I asked him to and because he's a good dad. He just is. And he had gone 2 years ago, but they were not as popular. Y'all, this concert was so, now see, I'm going to put this behind so the tip of this leaf. That will also help. You want to make sure you weave it kind of in and out like the leaves. People were lining up just to get t-shirts at 11 p.m. the day before the concert started. Yeah, that's crazy to me. It's just a t-shirt. My husband walked around this venue trying to find his daughter and his niece and Jill's bestie, Addie, a t-shirt. And finally did. He had to go to 4 different stands. And it was comical. But he texted me and he said, I'm 100% sure I'm going to be deaf by the end of this concert. Because he said every time the guys would go up on the big screen, the decimals of the girls screaming for this boy were insane. Insane, he said. But Jill made some beautiful memories and she will never forget that her daddy took her. She won't. If you're a girl mom, you know she won't. And she has a great example of a daddy who loves her very much. But that wasn't the worst part of it for him. He paid you ready? Not $20 for parking, not even $50, $165 to park. Yeah. Now, did we have to? No. And he almost didn't. But he was so glad that he did because at the end of it, some of those people were there for over an hour trying to get out of that parking lot. Like, it was serious stuff here. All right, so this is how I'm going to put this on. I see where I want it to lay. Obviously, I flipped it over. And I'm going to just take this and glue the parts down because this is tiny. This is like shoestring here. No, thread. That's a better description. But we're gonna get it on there. And you do want to glue it as many places as I can tack it. I am going to. Remember, this glue, it dries clear. It's not sticky when we're done. So that's the good part about it. We'll get it on there. By golly, we will. Okay? And it'll look really cute. Now, when I go to store these, I will put this in a Ziploc bag with a piece of cardstock behind it so that it won't get bent. Because things like this little chicken wire, they'll get destroyed. Even in my binder. And then I'll just put that baggie in there. Okay? So there's one. I may come back and add flowers if we add flowers to the other clusters. Okay? So there's one, and I always put close-ups at the end. The goal is to make what? 3 to 5. I think we'll do good if we make 3. Now I'm going to call that a medium cluster. Just like so, maybe. Oh my goodness. Come on now, Ginger. Get your bling in here. All right. Look, it's 4th of July. Just for the 4th of July. I love my Be Creatives little bling for my glue bottle. And the link is in the description. Everybody always asks me when I start talking about it, so I want to make sure to give that to you. All right, so we're going to call this one a medium one, right? I'm thinking I want to make a small one. I love that this says hen house. Like I can't even begin to tell you how much I love it. What I think I want to do though, now I thought of making these my bases. I don't really need the words on every single one, right? So maybe I can just use it as a base, okay? And somehow maybe even cover it up. I don't know. I don't know. But we're going to figure it out. Oh, look. Look. These are all just little scraps left over from whatever my friend had, and we're just using them. Kind of like that. Now, I'm not going to go as heavy with the greenery on this one as I did the last one. There's no reason to at all. Maybe just, oh, we could use this one. That'll bring that red in. Okay, we're gonna. Why not? Like so, and have that. I don't even care if it covers the words of the sign. Yeah, I'm not gonna stress about it. I don't want a hen house covered. That I know. So we'll go like that. Now, do I have any yellow? Kind of. I could like make this a flower cluster, because remember I said I could go back and add flowers. Kind of do want the chicken showing. So let's not get crazy here, Ginger. Pull it together. I want to kind of save the sunflowers to go with that. So in fact, I'm going to take these sunflowers. I'm going to put them, oh, come on now. I can't pick things up sometimes, these dragon nails. What if I used, oh, look, ah, asking, you'll get it. You'll get it. God always provides. Yes, these little things. Maybe even, do I want to, I'm thinking, as much as I thought I'd use these tags in each one, what if I just went like this, like it was growing at the base of this? That was glued to there. Way to go, Jen. Like it's, you know, overgrown, like it often does in a pasture. Yeah, that needs to happen. Does anybody else like it? Is anybody else saying, yes, Ginger, yes? In my head, you are. Keep it up. I'm listening. Oh, I have people all the time, and it literally makes my day when someone says, I was yelling for you to do it, and then you did. It just makes me happy. Because in my head, we're having a whole conversation. That's going to be it. So now we got to figure out how to glue, and then I'm going to have to go back and try to add flowers to the other one. You know, room for more. All right, so I know this one's going to go here. Always put it where I know, and I think it's easier maybe to even hold it, flip it over. Otherwise, I'm going to have glue everywhere. I don't want glue everywhere. I mean, I usually make a mess anyway or throw something, so I guess it would be right on par, but we try to avoid it when we can. Just like that, and then maybe a little bit here and a little bit underneath there to tack that down. This is another reason, right? It really needs to be with support when I put this all together. All right, next I'm going to put this one. Again, I'm not going to worry about, we're going to view this as it's in a pasture and, you know, weeds are overgrowing the sign. We still want it to say hen house. That's the main goal. So we got that. Next, I'm going to put here, I'm just going to put that down. We're going to tack it underneath here. These fine tip applicators. Now this is art glitter glue. Many people have asked me because my labels come off when I wash my bottle, but that is what this is. You can buy this on Amazon, the fine tip. I also used to use what was it called? Come on, Ginger. Scotch Quick Tacky Glue. Still love it. Still love it. If it was easier to find, I'd probably pick that over this, to be honest with you. And I do have that applicator if you use that. If you watch Miss Janet Madison, that's the kind of glue she showed us to use, and I absolutely love it. But it's kind of pricier now, and while I have had amazing friends tell me where to get it, the shipping, to have it shipped to me, I ain't about that life. I don't know about y'all, but this girl's on a budget. I think we're going to put this piece next because I want the red edged vine to go. Oh no, if it goes on top of it, we need to do this. Okay, let's go like this. I'm going to pull this down. Okay. We're kind of using this piece as just a filler. Really, that's what it is. And I forgot to ink these. Oh, Gingerly. The drama. Look. Can you believe I did that? Ah! I can still take this one apart. Oh my gosh. I can do it. Yes, I can. Not the way I'm supposed to, but by golly. We'll make it more difficult. It's always funner when it's more difficult. Yeah, that's my story. I'm going to stick right to that. Makes me look like I know what I'm doing over here. Can't believe I just did that. Actually, I can, but we try to pretend around here like we know what we're doing. These ones I can ink, so I'm not going to stress about that. I am going to try to ink this a little bit more. We'll get it there. We'll get it. That's the ticket. It's okay. We got this. Look at me go. When you make mistakes, improvise. That's what we're doing here. We're just improvising. This is real life here. I enjoy these videos because we just get to hang out. I don't have an agenda, just kind of relaxing. Grab your leftovers. Maybe you made a page kit and you had a few scraps left. Maybe, oh, we'll glue that one back on. Oh my gosh. You saw nothing. You didn't see anything. Nothing's gonna happen here. Nothing to see, nothing to see. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Grab your leftovers and just play. Don't stress about it. Just play with it. You know, ink things before you glue them together so you're not like me and you're ripping stuff off, but, you know, be smarter than me. You know what happens. I get to yakking and I just stop thinking. My lips are running, my brain shuts off, I guess. I don't know. It's a ginger problem. Okay. Not ideal inking, but it's inking nonetheless. I'm going to glue this again, as I do want it to stay. Okay. Then we're going to try this again. We're going to try it again. Where do we want this? I want this to go right there. I really am going to tuck it in and let it weave in here, just like that. Okay, there's this little piece here. We're gonna glue that down first because we don't want it to get broke off. And while it doesn't look like a lot, it is. Okay, does this one need to go back? It does. I put the glue on the wrong side. Well, you know, it's just the theme this time. Let's do it wrong first, and then let's do it right. Yeah. That's how it's going in today's video. It's a ginger video. All right. Just like that. I could. No. Stop trying to do too much, Gingerly. All right. Boy, my hands are sticky. If we ain't getting dirty, we're not having fun, right? All right. So here's our smaller one. This is my medium one. I do need some pops of yellow. So here's what I'm going to do. Put one there. Okay. And, ooh, could we put one here? Oh, yes, yes, we could. And yes, I am going to ink them. Maybe put one here so we have that red. Okay, that's my goal right there. And then I will have added some flowers to this. Now I know sometimes when you're inking, it doesn't look like you can tell the difference. Maybe the colors seem like they're blending, but okay, look at that one and then look at this one. You can tell there is a shadow, and that's the goal. We want it to have shadow, like light is shining on it, and there's a shadow from the sun. That's what we're going for. Okay. Look, I did it right that time, for the most part. I'm sure I messed up something somewhere. Okay, now I'm going to tuck that one right down there. And then I'm going to glue it. Couple spots. And just takes a hot second. Same thing here, like that. And then we're going to tuck this one right there on top. There we go. All right. So we'll probably add some gems at the end. We'll see where the finished product goes. There's a small, a medium. Okay. I'm going to set those aside because I need a room. Then I want to use this fence. I already know I want to use this fence. Without a doubt, I want to use this fence. Fence. And we're going to ink it now before I lose my mind and I forgot. See the difference in that? Look at that. The inking, it just I can't help it. It just makes it look better. Maybe I'm just obsessed with it right now. But it's not a phase for me. Like, I've liked it for a long time. Like, yeah, inking's going to always be maybe my signature. I don't know, because I really do enjoy it. Now, I'm not being specific here. I'm just kind of going down the fence pickets, because ain't nobody got time for all that. I don't. Maybe you do. I do not. All right. So we belong here, and I'm thinking that needs to go right there. I'm not going to glue this down yet, though. Loving, I have these huge ones. I don't know where these are going to go on a layout. I truly do not. But what I do know is I like them. So I'm going to use them. Okay. Still got to make a journaling block. Can't forget that. Now this is the exact same one. So there's a couple of options, right? I could, oh look, it's a sunflower. Could just go with just this one, and we could pull it over to this end like that. Still have to ink these. Don't forget Ginger. Yes, totally talking to myself. And then I could just add a few of these, or there's even this one. We could build this one up some more, or let's see, what can we do? I like that. Oh, I do. I like it a lot. Oh, look. Here's a little twig like we put on the other one. It matches. Totally okay to layer it. Here is a red vine like we put on the other one. Could we even maybe stick it back here? Okay. We're just trying things. Then definitely need to have some of these because we have these in all of them. I'm thinking even behind the fence. We could do that. I need like ivy one. Oh, this would be better. Okay, maybe not this one. Maybe I could do like this instead. Look at that. Okay, woohoo! So I need to ink it. I think another flower is warranted right in there somewhere. Maybe even go like that. So a little bit of the white shows. I like that. All right, so first step, inking. Let's ink. Let's do the hard stuff first, since I can't never remember. So I got all those pieces down. I'm thinking maybe I want a little more of this thick leaves over here, just to fill it in a little more. This is my big cluster and I got plenty of these, so let's do it to it. And I'm thinking I'm just going to even just tack it right down here. By adding things like this as well, I'm also giving this some stability, right? I'm giving myself something to glue the other parts on, like this flimsier piece, so that it doesn't seem so weak, which it's not. It's just these tiny little veins. They heavy 49 and market, blah, blah, blah. It's very heavy duty, but some of these pieces are delicate because they're connected by small little pieces of vine. Isn't that cool? I kind of want a chicken on here. Like, I kind of want to tuck this in, so I'm going to. If I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it to it. Where else am I gonna use this chicken? I mean, I can't think of a spot. Just like that. Ah, I love it. I love it. All right, so let's pull these together. I do still want to make a journaling block, and that'll give us 4 different pieces. So I've got this one here. Okay, then I've got this one here. We may, what if we were to kind of want another chicken? I mean, that kind of looks like Nugget. If you know my chickens, you know Nugget. So here's the question. I could tear this apart, put the bee with the bee stuff. Don't necessarily need the red one right this second, but what if I fussy cut this chicken? I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like, it doesn't work out and we put it somewhere else, or I don't use it at all. That's okay. Where can I put it before I do this? I think I could tuck it in here or even put it down here. I'm not sure yet. Okay, let's see. I'm not gonna worry about its legs because I'm gonna tuck it in somewhere, but I do want the definition, silhouette. I don't know what the word is I should be using here, but you know, I know what I mean. I want to just tuck my little chicken right there. All right, so very rough cut, right? So let's clean it up a little. We can do this. We're crafty people, right? I got you, boo. This is where we go, here, chicky chick. I don't know. I do say that to my chickens. Not that any of y'all want to know that. Remember, inking hides everything. Even when it's a horrible fussy cutting job. Okay, gave ourselves a little tab to tuck our chicken in. And we're gonna go just like that. Another little chickie, he's roaming. He's a free-range chicken. Okay, there's that one. We've got that one, and we got this one. Love it, love it, love it. These are so cute. All right, so I need a little journaling block, and we have white elements, we have red, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna grab a piece of my white cardstock. Let me see here. Somewhere around here, these parts, I have some white cardstock. So I have a white piece of cardstock. Maybe I can even get away without cutting that end off. We'll use it to stabilize this a little bit. I'm just gonna give myself a little journaling block. Is that really crooked? Am I losing my mind? Is that crooked? Nah, it'll be all right. Hopefully. Oh no, you never know. All right, we have that there. And remember we had this one? So I could totally 100% snip this off there if I wanted to, or better yet, what if I were to just cut this off here, right, like so. Okay, I have this. Yeah, it's gonna have to be cut off. We got this. And we're gonna, it doesn't matter that's even because we're gonna cover it up anyway. Whoa, whoa. Okay, don't forget, Ginger, you need to ink. So we're gonna ink it before I totally set it down. Put that over there. I need something yellow. Here we go. Look, I have these 2 pieces. And I could 100% put that there and there. And I could use, could I use this chicken as a base? Or even this chicken as a base? Let it say egg. Could. I mean, I don't hate it. I like it better without this though. Do I need a journaling block that big? I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna need. Totally having a conversation to myself over here. Could do this. Things that make you go, All right. Let's go like this. Then let's go like this. This can go right down here. I feel like I do need something in this corner. All this, you know what I need? One of those bazillion pieces of leaves that I'm trying to get rid of, right? We'll just fill it up with a leaf. Like that. I mean, that works. I'm thinking it works. All right. And I'm gonna ink this because pieces of it show through. All right. Then I'm gonna ink this and ink this, and we're gonna throw this together. Literally. We got this. Okay, so I have all those glued, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clip this little edge off. Okay, we're going to tuck a little piece of glue in there, and just like that. Okay, I kind of need another little flower even, I'm feeling like a little flower to go here. I do like that one. Kind of want a yellow one too. So let's ink that. Just beefing it up, trying little things, adding more to it. Now remember, you can always put things up on foam. I'm not a huge foam user. I do like it, but the less bulk I can put in my albums, the better, because I have so much stuff. I'm gonna leave this little tab because I think I want to find a sentiment to go here. So let's tuck this one. I want this one behind. So we're gonna do that. If I'm not careful here, I'm gonna glue these clusters together. Let's just tuck that right in there. Hold it for a second. And I'm okay that it's a little bit messy. Gives it kind of that vibe, right? When you're outside. Then I did kind of pull this one aside. This one says from the garden. I could use it for that. We've got where the green grass grows, which I kind of like that, but it's a little bit too big. Living the good life. And you know what? It's probably going to go on a chicken layout, so that's what I'm going to do. These chickens I have, y'all, they are spoiled. Spoiled rotten they are. They have their little cabbage hanging right now. Yeah, they're spoiled. I literally bought a whole head of cabbage just to give them. But that's okay. Living a great, good life. Whatever it says. All right. There we go. Ta-da! So here's what I've created. I've created a big, ginormous cluster, a small cluster, a medium cluster, and a journaling block. And I have plenty of extras if I want to add to it when I go to do the layout. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know I get wordy. I know it took a little bit today, but that's okay. We haven't made clusters in a while, and that happens sometimes. Be blessed. Get your things out and use them. Create with them. Even if they're $49 a market, stop saving them for another day. Make clusters with them, and then you already have them ready, and you can just put them down when you have the photos. All right? I will see you next time. I hope you're inspired. Bye-bye.